Good morning. Managed to get down here bang on first light. So yeah, really happy. We've only got the morning to fish today. Hopefully we'll bump into a pike or two. And we've got an exceedingly good mince pie review to do. So yeah, probably giving the game away a bit there, but I'm sure you can figure that one out. Now for the float rod, then I'll set my little station up and tell you what we're up to today. Hello and welcome back to the DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, feel free to subscribe. Then my videos go straight into your inbox and you don't have to search for them every time. I like to give a little reason to, because there's actually no reason to subscribe when you think about it, because you could just search my videos, but it is nice if people do, you know, it contributes to the numbers and to the channel. So yeah, feel free to do so if you enjoy the video. But yeah, I'm out pike fishing again. It's only my second trip of the year, and annoyingly, I've had to come back to the big pit. I mean, not annoying to be here, but I would love to be on a river, but they've still got about 2 or 3 meters of extra water in, and you know, you can catch pike in them conditions, but it's just not enjoyable for me. I can't fish how I want to fish, and then muddy, slippy banks, yeah, it's not for me. So I always come here when it's a bit like that. You know, we get a bite or two, sometimes get a decent fish, like a double maybe. I've said it before, but I'm pretty much convinced now there's no leviathans in here. If there were, I maybe would have caught them, but yeah, I just don't think they're in here really, with all the predation and whatnot. If you can't tell, I'm running a cold, man, yeah, but I just wanted to get out. I wasn't gonna not go fishing today, because if I don't go today, I might not go until next year. So yeah, I really wanted to hit the bank today. So yeah, exceedingly good mince pie review coming up. Got my spinning rod, and I've actually got one of the Snag Bro jig flies to try. So yeah, we'll whack that out in a moment and give it a try. See if any pike fancy it. That could be pretty cool. So Tom and Sean, your reputation's at stake here. There's pike out there. Let's see if your lure can catch them. Right, I'm gonna settle down for a minute there. Maybe put my jacket on, because yeah, I'm not well. I do not feel good today. Oh man. Since I'm not feeling very well and I've not got long, I'm just going to go straight in with a jig fly, give it a go. So there it is, the Snag Bro jig fly. If you don't know what I'm on about, Snag Bro are another fishing YouTube channel, do a lot of pike fishing. Tom's even bought himself a stretch of canal, which is incredible. But yeah, that's what one is. I've never used a jig fly before. This one has a 5 gram cheb weight at the front, load of red marabou, load of blue and silver flash, little stinger hook in the tail there. I thought that was a pretty neat addition, because yeah, if a pike doesn't grab that front bit there, what you're going to get them with. So that stinger hook's cool. Not really sure how to work it. I'm a bit worried that it's just going to get smothered in weed in a lake like this, but we'll try it, and if not, a spinner pretty much sorts them out every time in here. So yeah, we'll give this a go. Even if we just catch like a 3 pound jack on it, that would be pretty awesome, because on a slight setup they fight hard. Just recast this and she's away. Oh. Come on. Oh, there's a right there. Oh no, maybe not. You're not going to fight. I have had skimmer bream put up more of a fight than that. I mean, it's only like a 2 or 3 pound jack, but man, I literally just recast that rod. I took the head off a herring, I just underarmed it out here, and I was, as you can see, I was recasting my other rod. God, this cold's killing me. And it just went off, and then I struck into it. I was like, oh, some weight there. It wasn't. The fish had its mouth open, and I was pulling it back towards me. So yeah, I don't know what sort of this fish, but we'll get it out, have a look at it, and you know, we are blanked. Go. There's one. There's the other. So yeah, little snot rocket. Kinda could have done with that coming on the spinning rod. That would have been pretty cool. But at least it's not a blank. Yeah, covered in leeches and ice cold, so no wonder there's not a lot going on today. But yeah, a couple of pictures and we'll get this one back. Nice. We're pike fishing because we've caught a pike. It counts, yeah? Also, keep looking at my float. Right, a couple of pictures. Whee. There we go. Didn't get an air bubble trapped in his mouth, but now it's come out. He's on his way. Nice. Little show of a rig before it goes back out. Always get asked, how do I fish dead baits over weed? You know, a lot of people can't really get their head around it. The fact that ledgering, certainly, you can pop them up, but actually a lot of the time I don't even bother, because what I do is I put the ledger on a long link. You know, this is don't know, 2.5, 3 foot of mono there, just 15 pound mono. And what that does is this can sink down into the weed, and then everything just settles above it. So basically, as long as the weed isn't deeper than your link, you'll still get presentation. Now, I do find though that I don't really want to go much more than a sort of 3 or 4 foot. After that, becomes really difficult to cast, and unless using some sort of drop-off setup, having like a 5 or 6 foot link on there. I've tried it before and I have caught fish, but it's just a pain. So yeah, it casts terribly. You don't get good sort of registration and that. Yeah, so yeah, just 2.5 to 3 foot is about right. That's on a large run ring there, so fish don't feel much resistance. Strong, like 40-50 pound braid main line. One of these sleeves there that the swivel's pulled inside, that has a little kind of angle on it that the swivel can sit on. So yeah, that really helps to cut down on tangles. Oh man, I'm feeling it. And about 18 inches of strong 30 pound wire, and that was what I caught that one on. I do like a small sea bait here, so that was a herring with a head taken off. And on this one I've got a couple of trebles, but on the other one I've got a single and a treble. Interestingly, the treble there is a size 6. I had some smaller trebles kicking about, so I've used that as a back hook. And then that one there is my normal size 4. So yeah, I'll get this back out. The bait's still looking good. Maybe just give it an hour and then put something fresh on. But yeah, I've got a little bit longer, so we'll whip this out and then possibly do the mince pie review. There is a fish in front of me. Wow. Just a small one. Okay, right, let's get this rig out there. It's nice that small fish are topping. I'm going to get the mince pie review in early. It's nowhere near lunchtime, but yeah, I don't feel too good, so I just want to get it done. And while I'm feeling up to it, that'll be great. And I think it'll help me out a bit, get some mince pie goodness in me. So, yes, it's Mr. Kipling. So it's the first one of the ones that isn't a bakery or a supermarket. It's the first off-the-shelf type one, I guess you could call it. And you know, I have had these before. I don't remember them being great, but I'm going to try and get that out of my mind and just go for it as it is. So there it is. Now already, nice bit of patterning, but where's the sugar, man? There's no sugar on there. And as you guys know, you earn an extra 0.1 of a point for sugar on top. So it's not going to be a perfect 10. It can't get there anyway now. So yeah, a little bit of a letdown early. Nice colour, but a little bit dark around the edges. So we'll see. We'll get into it. Let's have it. Mr. Kipling. Oh, easy release. Easy release. That was nice. And yeah, looks good. A little bit of seepage there. So we'll see. We'll see about the fillage. As you know, I'm all about all fillage, no spillage for the pillage. Yeah, that's a nice one. That looks good. Let's go for it. Oh. Not a lot going on in there. You look at that, like, it's all goo. Where are the currents? It's just falling apart. It did crumble to pieces when I bit down on it. I mean, it's very flowery. You know, it's all right. It's just not a lot going on in there. I'm looking at it and it's all just like the gooness. I can't even see a current. Let's finish it. Oh, I think I burst one currant then. Just sweet, a little bit of bun spice type stuff going on, but yeah. You know what? I know I've got a cold and everything, but that was pretty dead. I mean, it was nice, but it's not even in the 7s. It's a low 6 at. You know, it's pleasurable, but 6 point. It's not even closer to 7 and 6, so 6.4. 6.4, Mr. Kipling. And that's a trusted brand. Oh, that's cool. The bush is full of little spugs and what are they? Little finchy kind of things. That's cool. And there's a jet going over, but there you go. 6.4 for Mr. Kipling. Look nice pattern, but no sugar, all goo, no currants, and just a bit dead. 6.4, there it is. Right, let's get back to the fishing. Oh, I've only maybe got another 2.5-3 hours now, so I'm just gonna have a complete reset on the rods. I've got a couple of really nice baits here. A mackerel, decent sized fat herring there. I'll probably take the heads off these, put them on, so I've got some fresh dead baits on. The baits that come off, I'll chop up and use to chum the area. And then I think once I put these baits out, I might just leave them sat there, like maybe only recast them once in the next 2.5 sort of hours. Because I want a bigger fish really. So a bigger bait that's left static, hopefully that'll attract a bigger fish, and with some more smell out there, might bring in a few more as well. There we go, so the bluey tail is coming off. That's my single hook and treble combo, if you haven't seen that before. Just leave that there a moment. Take the head off the mackerel. Yeah, grab that. And just one in the wrist of the tail. One down the flank there, press that in. I do actually quite like using baits that are basically still frozen. I find that they're a little bit buoyant, so they sink slower, but also as they thaw, a lot of this sort of blood that's stuck to the outside, that'll then come off in the water and not on my bucket lid. Right, let's whip that out there. One last roll of the dice really for me, which is going to be wind in, swap the dead baits over, so put my herring on my float rod, mackerel on my ledger rod, because once it's defrosted, herrings go a little bit soft, so they're kind of hard to cast on a ledger. I'd much be happier casting a mackerel. Put loads of holes in the bait, slash them up, give them another sort of 3/4 of an hour, then I'll have to get out of it. It's gone not very pikey now. Bright sunlight. I have been out with a jigging rod every now and again, spinning, little jigs, that snag bro jig, fly, but nothing's interested, so yeah, it might just be a bit of an off day, unfortunately. Okay, no more. Oh god, no more fish, and my cold is really intensifying, so I'm gonna get out of it. I think I'll wrap this up another time, because yeah, I want to get home and get myself a nice warm drink or something. I'm back home now. It's actually nearly a month since that session, would you believe it? You know, I think I filmed that on December the 16th, something like that, and we're well into January. I think it's the 8th today. So yeah, a long time, but as you saw, I was really ill that day, and actually it didn't really get much better. After about 2 days, I kind of recovered from that, and then within a week, I got COVID, and I wasn't the only one. Most members of my family had COVID, so Christmas was a bit of a write-off for that reason and a couple of other reasons as well, but I won't go into that. And yeah, we really struggled, so I wish I could say I had a great Christmas, but it was kind of difficult. But I'm just trying to be a bit philosophical about it and think that, well, if that was my worst Christmas, then I'm probably lucky to have had so many good Christmases, because yeah, let's face it, it was actually a really good time. I did get to see everybody I wanted to see eventually. My mum and dad, we had 3 goes at Christmas Day, and actually on the 3rd attempt my mum was really funny. She was like, I'm going to make steaks this time because I'm not cooking a 3rd bloody turkey. And I was like, right, yeah, fair enough. Her and my dad just two whole turkeys they had between them. So yeah, I'm just in the shed now getting ready for another session. I can only find one of my backbiters, which is kind of why I do this. I always make sure before I go that I've got everything, because you don't want to get to the bank and find you've forgotten something. But while I'm here, I thought I'd say just
I really hope you guys had a great Christmas. Happy New Year. Set yourself some goals, maybe some big fish, maybe some other goals, you know. I just want to catch a big pike before this season ends, you know. At this point, I'd take anything over £10 because, let's face it, I've only had a few jacks. So, yeah, it would be nice to get a proper two-hand pike. That would be really, really cool. So, yeah, I'm going to pack my stuff away because with a bit of luck, I'll be out maybe on a river and hopefully we'll catch some fish. But, yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time. And, yeah, good luck out there.